first of all, you're going to go through and once you've got your covers on, stack them up, make your stack, do yourself a favor, and get these all nice and aligned. And you notice, auger side down, you literally just put the covers on and stacked them. That's how this works. Now, take your bag, get your grip on, go to the top, and just very gently pull that bag all the way down. Go ahead and get it all the way down. So you can put a hand here, hand on the other side, flip it over. There's 25 in my stack. And now I've got it all ready to go to the fridge. And I'm gonna leave the top open. I know sometimes you see things get taped down. Please don't do that because we have condensation issues when we do that. So just leave this open, and on the sheet it will tell you where you needed to put this. Typically they go in the refrigerator in 104. And last note, now that you got this part done, obviously I finished using my flask. Remember, that's got agar in it and it's going to solidify. So when you get to the bottom of your flask and you have basically nothing left in it, get over to that sink and rinse it out immediately. If you don't rinse it, you're leaving agar in the bottom of there and it's going to solidify pretty quickly. So go and rinse it, flood it with water. If you can do warm water, that's the best, but flood it with water so that you do not end up with a bunch of solid at the bottom. If you forget and you do end up with solid at the bottom, make sure the solid agar that was left behind ends up in a garbage, not in the sink. You do not want solid agar to go down the sink. Might seem obvious, but I'm going to tell you it's not, because I can share from past experience. It has happened where somebody goofed and they forgot to rinse it, or they ended up dumping some down the sink for whatever unknown reason, and it will solidify in the drain down in there, and then we need to call a plumber and get it fixed, and then nobody's happy. So, one last note, when you are labeling your plates, if you end up having agar left in your flask and you did not label enough plates, grab more plates. They're right there. Keep going until you run out of agar. Do not dump out whatever was left because a magic number of whatever happened to be labeled was taken care of. Pour it until it's gone. That's all product there, and there's absolutely no reason to be dumping out whatever's at the bottom. So you got plenty of plates. Just grab some more and quickly label them and pour them. If you've had this going for long enough where labeling them quickly is not necessarily your best answer because your stuff is getting too cool and it's starting to solidify in your flask already, then just pour the darn things and remember to label those plates before you completely walk away. Obviously that means let it solidify. Once you get the covers on, then you can go ahead and flip it over and get that label on there. And last note for labeling, that is what I like to see. When you wrote on here, your hand was resting on the most of the plate and it's in this direction. So I'm reading it like this. I prefer that so that they're all the same versus flipping it this way and writing it on this tiny edge and now it's reading the other way. This is what I like. This direction, and that's it. Thank you. Come talk to me.